Today I'm here with Andrew Morisey. He's also known as How to Rap Drew. If you want to check out his YouTube channel, he has the How to Rap YouTube channel, and he's been my rap coach. He's also been coaching Jeffy, and we're working with the boys on a bunch of projects, from working on making some trainings for Jeffy to make some rap videos like what he's released, to working with me on rap. We have a session today, and he also helped me be able to perform on stage in front of a bunch of entrepreneurs where I was doing some rap. But one of the things I think that's really cool about Drew, he's not just an artist, he's also a business owner and someone who has a lot of interesting ideas about being an influencer, and has had major breakthroughs in terms of influencer success. So thanks for coming down, bro.
Thanks, yeah, thanks for inviting me.
And I guess I've been hearing a lot from the team at the music studio that you're working on a challenge called the 100 Song Challenge.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know where I got this idea. It probably does have a little bit to do with even RSD. I know you guys kind of were innovators in the 30-day challenge, you know, where the young guys go out to get their skills up really quickly. They'll go out for 30 days. And I thought that that would be a nice thing that could be transitioned into music. So I set a goal of doing 100 songs by the end of 2017. Now, I'm a little behind at the taping of this, but it's, I know it's something I'm able to do, and it's only gonna push that creative force even faster, you know, and yeah, it's exciting.
So you got 10 weeks left. I heard you have 1 or 2 dozen.
Yeah, I'm about 20.
So isn't that like 6 dozen videos or 6?
It's going to be about 10 a week.
Yeah, 10 a week?
Yeah. But,
wow.
You know, having done music for, you know, more than a decade and a half, you know, I'm confident I can get that out.
Yeah, that's an impressive feat. I was recently on Fiverr. I noticed that some people were selling rap videos, like quick rap videos, and songs.
Yeah, those are pretty funny, and they're usually, it's almost like a birthday present.
Yeah,
right?
birthday videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, like, yo, it's your birthday.
I think that the thing about rap, which is cool, is that I believe that marketing of the future is going to be about infotainment, and I think that what you're doing is, you know, creating music that entertains and shows people stuff about yourself as a rapper, or stuff about life in general. And for my purposes, I thought it'd be really cool to share that from the business standpoint. And I remember you had all sorts of cool ideas about how to educate through music and rap, as we were talking about how we could build a rap business education music and rap business education music videos, which I think would be great because I've already spent money on a dome in LA that we could use for a video.
Yeah, it's sick. I mean, I think the modern social media world wants our educators, our business owners, our teachers to deliver us more content and more entertaining. You know, back in the 70s, 80s, a business owner could just be a regular guy. Like you know, it's not like Gordon Gekko from Wall Street. It was shooting content, you know, or, you know, Warren Buffett isn't out here doing vlogs, you know, but people of our generation, we add our lifestyle and the fun things we like to do. Obviously, anybody who's watching Nick Coe's channel, we've seen you travel, we've seen you, you know, go around the local sights and sounds, and that's important. You know, people want to see their business owners and their educators being normal people, you know, and having fun.
The experience of going through the rap education process reminds me of the same as picking up girls, in the sense that you have the education seminar part, then you have the field experience part. Yep. And I've even heard that one of the things that you've been doing a lot is been going to karaoke and improv sessions, and then at the karaoke you'll have a beat and you'll change the lyrics to your freestyling.
Yep. And
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that all started from, if I can't remember the lyrics to the karaoke, I'll just freestyle to make it fun. But I've done it long enough that I can kind of reference people in the crowd, and I've even done karaoke with Jeff and Julian, you know, and yeah, I mean, freestyle rap is something that's really interactive, and it's really exciting for the people it's one of the only things you can do where it's fun for me as a performer, but also for the crowd. It's, it's not, even the best concert in the world, there's a certain wall between the artist and the fan, unless the artist's like literally talking to them. You're kind of just standing there looking. But a freestyle, it's like you're in the crowd and the person might be like, yeah, I'm about to do work, chilling with Nick, I love his blue shirt. And you're like, oh, like, I'm part of this, So that's part of the reason I really like freestyling. And Vegas is obviously a great time to do that.
Now, I was having tea with Russell Simmons about a month ago, and we were talking about you. And I said that you were like a rap coach, you're teaching how to rap. He goes, how to rap? How do you teach someone how to rap?
Oh, wow. You haven't told me that. Wow. That says a lot. Like, that's a good sign for my business if it hasn't made its way up to Russell Simmons yet.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting because he's somebody who's been a pioneer in the hip hop industry, and everyone has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's the same kind of concept that people used to hear from us, where we were like, teaching guys how to pick up girls. Like, how do you even do that? How's it even possible?
Yeah, I mean, did you guys first think, we know how to do this and we'll just make a business? Or did you think we have to learn how to do this in order to make a business?
I think that for us, we were going out there experimenting things, and no matter how bad we were relative to where we are now, it was still better than the next guy who was teaching super dates and how to buy presents for girls like a dozen at a time and hide them around the city and give them to them, or hypnotizing chicks in order to get the girls. It was just
gimmicks,
just retarded gimmicks from tarot cards to hand reading, palm reading, as opposed to conveying who you were and doing it in a cool, normal way, vibing, that kind of stuff. And I think the misconception in rap is as if you have to study like poetry or something and then be I don't know. I don't even know how people viewed it, but I guess before you were around, there wasn't really people that were permeating the concept that rap was a skill set.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that my experience with RSD and groups like you guys helped me see that it was possible. Because like you said, before the, pickup community, it was an unspoken rule in men and dating that you couldn't learn this. You couldn't take a nerdy, socially uncalibrated guy and turn him into this big player or even just have him have a wife if that's his goal. And I think seeing that, I felt the same way about rap. I was like, there's this unspoken rule, even to the level of a Russell Simmons, that you can't learn this, when the truth is, like you said, there's a skill set. There's certain limiting beliefs that I have to remove as a coach, somewhat similar to you guys. I have to first have them believe that they can get better. I have to make them realize that the word rapper, when you say the word rapper, you think that means you have to be Drake or Jay-Z or Eminem, but you can still be a rapper and not, you don't have to sell a million records to be a good rapper. There's, tons of great artists that are, they do 2,000 dollars a show, and they're great. So managing expectations is another side of it, in the same way that probably for you guys, one of the first things you have to do is be like, look, right now, you're a 40-year-old virgin. I'm going to show you just how to get to your first makeout, and then we'll get you your wife, or something to that effect.
Yeah, I can see the learning process of rap or any skill set. Even though it's also cool, it also parallels the same inner confidence you have to develop in terms of pickup or any kind of social networking of any kind. How have you found networking in the music industry helping you build your relationships on YouTube, growing your YouTube channel? I know that it's been greatly successful, and I also invited Dumbfounded to my birthday party on the 28th if you were able to come down.
Oh, dope. Great.
He said he's going to try to make it, along with Matt Stefanina.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, those guys are great. I think it was a learning process like anything. Networking is something where at first you think that you're supposed to be the coolest person in the room automatically and everyone's supposed to bow down. But over time, you start to realize that people just value a good person, a generous person, a normal, you want to be normal. the music industry, I think, is like any industry where there are personalities and there are a lot of people that want to be the coolest and try to, you know, impress everybody. But there's also, you find people like some of the guys you listed. I'm still very friendly with like Perps and 808 Mafia, all those guys. And we're just buddies, you know, at first. You know, that's, those are people that you build a friendship with, and then you start to talk about how you can take over.
Now, being a rap educator, in addition to being an artist and a business owner, your goals are very different than, say, a guy from the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
So what's your vision and mission for what you are working on now?
Well, my vision always from the beginning was sort of the way that punk rock in the 80s and 90s was sort of this do-it-yourself music where, you know, like, not that I'm a huge punk guy, but I get the impression that it was a movement where you know, young high school kids in their garage could pick up a guitar, learn like 4 chords, and, you know, start, and then before you know it, they're the Ramones or something like that. And I've kind of always envisioned that for rap as well, to be a place, a movement, and it doesn't just have to be my company. It can be rap educators as a movement, but where people feel like I can go from that 13-year-old kid or even that 30-year-old, 40-year-old person and develop a skill by myself and take it as far as I want. I think the second component is a global aspect. Rap right now, I think, feels a little bit limited to, you gotta be American. A lot of cases, you gotta be from the streets. You gotta have some crazy cool story. And I would like to, through my company and through even just seeing me as a regular UCLA student doing rap, I would like to see somebody from I have a student from Norway who recently wrote his first song, and it was like really good. I mean, I was having people hit me up in Norway and China and Australia. Like, I'd love to have people feel like they're able to create a great career no matter where they're from in the world, and build that fan base. So I'm trying to do that, and that's part of the advantage of the internet and YouTube and sites like that. There's no longer a barrier to entry.
Yesterday I was at Tony Hsieh's place for brunch with some candidates for lieutenant governor and city council. And they were talking to me about their thoughts about rap and how the genre, although there's Hamilton and stuff like that, the genre is shifting, yet it's still, historically, it's still a little bit attached to the streets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you see that still in play, and do you see it changing?
I do see it in play. I mean, I think we'd be lying to ourselves if we didn't think that was a component, or, you know, the way a person talks or they dress. You would assume they either are or not a rapper. You know, if you see somebody who looks like they're from the streets and they say they're a rapper, you might be like, oh, okay. But if you see some nerdy guy or whatever, you're probably gonna be like, you rap? So that is a component. What do I see for the future? I think that as long as there are people, it's gonna sound arrogant, but I don't mean it this way. As long as there are people like myself, or are people like a Kanye West, or whoever who are trying to show different examples that it can be done successfully without it. You know, if there's a YouTubing, you know, UCLA graduate trying this thing, if there's a rapper who grew up middle class like a Kanye West, there's a Drake who's a Canadian doing it, it will get larger and larger.
Also, I remember in 2008, I went to a Kanye Laser Light Space concert where he was attempting to make a story, like a musical, where all the songs was about him traveling to a planet, interacting with a bunch of aliens, and then escaping the planet. But he was just singing his normal songs and then engaging with laser lights and aliens and stuff like that, and fighting and stuff. And then they had a platform with the spaceship flying away.
Yeah.
And, it was pretty cool. I'm surprised though, when I was there, I think the average age of the person in attendance was 14 to 16 years old.
Yeah, I mean, that rap definitely has a youth culture aspect to it. But because we're starting to age up, I mean, you grew up listening to rap, obviously I grew up listening to rap. Russell Simmons himself is, I think, in his 50s. It's starting to be an art that somebody older it's not strange, the idea that you meet somebody in their 30s or 40s who is a real rap head, hip hop head, you know?
Yeah, and now I was at Life is Beautiful, I saw Lil Dicky doing a comedy Jewish rap.
Yeah.
And I've seen him with Snoop Dogg in cartoons. It's pretty hilarious.
Love that guy. Yeah.
I see a future where, you know, I mean, I've seen Hamilton so many times, I've lost count, and I'm going to see it again.
Yeah. We've seen it a couple times together. It's great. It's like Obama said, it's an American treasure.
Yeah.
You know, it's, but so how did you, what was the first time you felt like you either wanted to rap or participate in the culture?
I think that, you know, it got me because I was a huge fan of Linkin Park as well as Jay-Z. And when I saw them merge together, I always thought it would be really cool if I could be those guys, you know? And then when I was looking at the size of our events, and I was thinking, how come we have these awesome events, amazing content, at the same time, we're not filling up the stages? I mean, if we were like Jay-Z and Linkin Park and we taught, it would be ridiculous.
Right.
I was like, well, maybe we should try it.
Yeah.
You know, I know that we're not on that skills. I think that it's going to be cool to, you know, get it just a little bit of a bump though.
Yeah.
Even if we just aim high. I'm also going on, what is it, Friday? Yeah, to the memorial party for Chester from Linkin Park.
Yeah.
And then some of those guys are coming over to my birthday party too.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Is Linkin Park your favorite rap act, like Fort Minor and all those guys?
Yeah, them and Jay-Z together, I think, has been the music that I've listened to the most growing up as a kid.
Yep.
So I think that's what got me. I mean, I listened to Eminem, but I mean, most of that was just because he's taken over all radio time.
Yeah. He's the king, and Eminem's a guy that I don't know if there are only a few rappers that I probably wouldn't rap if it wasn't for them. Eminem, Jay-Z, Tupac, Nas. Those guys, there would be no How to Rap without them.
Awesome, bro. Well, thanks so much for doing the interview. I look forward to our session.
Yeah, man.
Cheers.
It's been great.